This is real life. This is the spiritual existence. This is the stuff that people want to hear. This is the stuff that people need to hear. And that's exactly what I meant when I texted you and I was like, we should just do it. Because the real is what needs to come out.
Okay.
Hey!
It's time. We're doing this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Missy and Macy Explore the Universe. We're your hosts, Missy and Macy, and we are here to share our journeys through spiritual awakenings and supernatural gifts. Listen in as we share our experiences in spirituality and ritual, aiming to be our most authentic selves, our most aligned selves, and our most embodied selves. So bring your curiosity and bring your questions and let's explore the universe together. Tune in every Thursday for another episode. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok. And join us on this exciting journey as we discover universal magic together. Welcome to Missy and Macy Explore the Universe.
Welcome back. We're back exploring the universe. Last time on Missy and Macy Explore the Universe,
spiritual community in a lot of ways is hesitant to reach out.
Yeah, and I understand why. Like, there's still a stigma to it. It's lessening, and it's getting more and more common culture and more in pop culture, but there's still a stigma. Like there's still people that, like, I can't talk to about certain things because they'll be like, oh, don't talk to me about that. Like, that's scary. And I'm like,
right.
Most of the things I would talk about have some sort of correlation to most, like, religions or spiritual practices that people follow. Mm-hmm. Whether it's, Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism. Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
That reminds me of something. It was 2 days ago. So stand-up comedian Pete Holmes, right? He is on oh my God, I love him so much. He's so funny. And he's so real.
What you know about green eggs and ham? Yeah, I don't know if you know that joke or if I'm just saying weird stuff, but I love Pete Holmes.
Is it crashing? Is that what you're talking about?
This is what put me in a good mood. A simple thing. For 6 months, there was a TSA agent. Who is this woman? Who is this angel that blessed me with this gift? I couldn't even see her, but she saw me, she saw my shirt, and this is what I heard that put me in a good mood for 6 months. I just hear her go, "What you know about green eggs and ham?"
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's great.
He owns this whole vibe. Like, it's a storytelling vibe, it's a lifestyle vibe, it's the whole thing. So I saw one of his reels on Facebook. I was like scrolling when I woke up the other day, and he was talking about, like, his belief, and it was stand up, so he told it in a super funny way. But ultimately, the point was, he was like, I learned something from. It was a part of AC/DC, the band. Forgive me, I don't remember it. Pete Holmes. Sorry.
Yeah, shouldn't I have learned this in my youth group?
Learned it in church?
I got all the best teachers later in life. Like Barry Taylor, the road manager for AC/DC, said, "God is the name of the blanket we put over the mystery to give it a shape." Shouldn't I have learned that in church?
Okay, I'm going to insert that clip here because I do think it's profound and impactful.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. It's
so you can find meaning. Yeah, you can find meaning anywhere. Like,
why am I learning this from Barry Taylor, the road manager for AC/DC?
And I learned that from Pete Holmes.
Right? The term that anybody in any religion or any belief system gives the mystery of this one force that nobody seems to be able to fully explain. The title that you give it is the blanket that you put over it that gives it shape. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God. Pete Holmes. Holy shit.
Some people think God created the universe. Some people think nothing created the universe, which is the funniest guess. And the nothing people make fun of the God people. They say God doesn't exist. I'm like, okay, maybe. But you know what definitely doesn't exist? Nothing. That's the defining characteristic of nothing, is that it doesn't exist. So what are we talking about? Either you think it's God, something you can't see, touch, taste, photograph, and science can't prove, or you think it's nothing, something you can't see, touch, taste, photograph, and science can't prove. But I think we can all agree, if your nothing sometimes spontaneously erupts into everything, that's a pretty goddamn magical fucking nothing, you guys. And ask the nothing people, what happens when you die? They'll tell you, nothing. You go into nothing. I'm like, you mean you merge back with your creator? That's heaven, bitch.
I think one of the reasons I'm hesitant to do much today, I had like a huge cry this morning, and like I just felt it like ready to come back. Just looking at the list, not because it's like overwhelming or like makes me sad, but it's just like, okay, so like when we did the first podcast, when we did the first session, it was like 2 weeks fresh from separation from my husband. So there was a lot going on, and my grandpa had just passed. Mm-hmm. And then because of the separation, I've been living a really busy life, much busier than I was used to, because I stayed in the home. He went to live with a relative, but I had been keeping our child, our dog, our cat, our home, so I've been living the life set up for 2 adults as 1 adult. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm going to cry, gosh darn it.
No, this is good. I think this is good.
It's like when I finally get the opportunity to pause, and I have, because it's a holiday week, I got to cry. Like, I got to get it in. Like, I feel like there's so much mourning left to do, and I'm really frustrated about that. Yeah. Because when you're in a relationship that's not working, and it's difficult, and it hurts, and it's hard, and your heart hurts. Like, I literally was apologizing to myself while crying today. It's like you can only do so much mourning while you're in it. And I'm just like, can't I get through this part? Like, haven't we had to go through enough? So it's like I'm like a rebellious teenager about mourning the heartbreak that was in that relationship, because I was just trying to save it, fix it, solve it. Like, and then when I finally like gave up, and it just like the grief just like hits in waves. So I'm not at my like energetic 100 today, and I had like a big like spiritual, like I went to Sedona with my brother and my family, and I got an aura reading, which I don't know if I shared that with you. Yes, that's kind of cool. I could share that.
Are we going to share?
Yeah.
I have one too.
Because it's right here. So we'll share that.
Okay. I'm going to find mine. It's literally right here too.
So this woman pointed out that so here's my aura reading. I love it. Look at that crown. I'm so happy with my like glowy crown on top.
You want to see mine?
Yes. Ooh. Yes. Okay, Missy, hold on. Keep it up. This is cute. Make it fill your box. Like that. Yeah. It's closer. Yes. Aw. Wow. Why are we so opposite, Missy? What do these colors mean?
You have sun colors. These are moon colors.
Are we rubbing off on each other? Like, what's going on here?
I'm so excited. So, what?
But this woman in this reading, as she was going through the different chakras, she was pointing out that if you look around the heart, like there's a little glow, but like it's not like bright. So my heart was closed off when I went to visit. And in that session, oh gosh, she actually showed that she's like, this represents how you talk about issues. She's like, it's supposed to be like a heartbeat, like, did it like an EKG?
Yeah.
And she's like, yours goes like, ba-doop. So she was like, you don't really talk about the things that bother you. You keep them in until you really figure them out. And then maybe you'll let it out a little bit. So she gave me this song to listen to. And I did not. I found it just on my floor. I found it the other day when I was cleaning. And it just came at the right time, which happens. That happens to me with books and passages and things that I'll keep, and I'll be like, it comes to me at the right time. As soon as this song played on my Spotify, tears, forgiveness, love, memories, like, yeah. So, thank you, kind woman in Sedona.
I love that so much. This is me switching hats from Missy and Macy Explore the Universe to the Missy that is a training therapist. That shit is real. This is real life. This is the spiritual existence. This is the stuff that people want to hear. This is the stuff that people need to hear. And that's exactly what I meant when I texted you and I was like, we should just do it. Because the real is what needs to come out. There is something so beautiful about like making this really catchy, podcast. And I'm doing the same thing with my business about like, oh my God, I want it to be like huge and this and animated and so sunny and shiny. But in reality, when the spiritual existence to me is an existence of like just an eternal, infinite existence of healing. And so I have created my own, I don't know that you could call it a mantra, but the way that I address people today and lately is not how are you feeling? It's how are you healing? Because those come with two very separate types of vibrations and feelings.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And this is the stuff that people are afraid to talk about. But there are so many, like
the messy stuff.
Vibrating.
Yeah.
It's how are you healing? Because
day by day.
Yeah, minute by minute, second by second, because time's not actually a thing.
So the other half of my rebellious teenager, my inner child, that's like, I don't want to have to feel this. Like, we've been feeling poor for this amount of time. Isn't it time for us to feel joy again? So I'm trying to find this balance of not like, I don't want to ruminate. And I'm like, I'm also like, I have a German background and I want things to be efficient and quick. And I'm like, what's the quickest way for me to heal and experience the most joy in the least amount of grief? And I can't control that. I should stop trying.
No, don't stop trying. But also, don't take it so seriously.
Allow the moments of joy to be joyful.
What's that?
Allow the moments of joy to be joyful. That's what I need to do more of.
They pass, and they pass quickly.
Nothing makes fucking sense. Life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You think you're in America? Zoom out. You're on a space rock floating in nothingness, infinite nothingness, and the infinite nothingness is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no fucking sense.
But the hard stuff passes quickly too, but I don't know, like sometimes you look back and you're like, okay, I've just had, 4 to 6 months of feeling so super duper low and not joyful. But like a year ago, 90% of my year was incredible, and so there's always a balance and you're looking for the balance. You're aware of the balance, And because of that, it will show itself. I try to refrain from saying it's coming, because that
A
implies,
lot of it's already here,
yes,
honestly.
exactly.
I'm
It is
having a
here.
fantastic time
Good.
overall. And when I went into that crying, I'm not going to call it a fit, like intense crying, like I kept hearing, like, you got to let it go so you have room for joy. I was like, all right, let's go be sad for a minute. Let's listen.
And I mean, are all tears sad?
Oh, no.
Yeah, because like if your body and everything about your being was telling you to let go, tears always can have their own emotion, and obviously connected to your body and the experience that you're having. And we can put all of that meaning to it, but when you scale it down to what tears are, very similar to the ocean, salt water, right? Salt water is a cleanser, it's a purifier, it's a detoxifier, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And so when we cry, is it helpful to put emotion behind it and meaning behind it? Or are we just grateful in that moment that our body is choosing to physically release what needs to be let go of? And in that regard, the physical is the quickest, I won't say the quickest manifester, the quickest marker that it's happening very quickly is that physical manifestation in the body. And so I do try, like, listen, I'm a human. I cry and I feel like shit and I have, emotional outbursts at my children. But I do try to remind myself that tears don't have to be just as debilitating as what caused them.
Right. Yeah, I love that.
And
the fact that they're the fact that they're there is the release. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And we have many of those in sessions. You had one. Everybody does. It's that permission that you give your body to release and heal on every single level. And the tears are so good.
Do you call them chakras or chakras?
Ooh. I don't roll the R, but that's fancy. So
my Reiki teacher did. It was always chakra.
I feel like that's personal preference. I've never heard anyone.
I think it is.
I mean, whatever makes you feel fancy. I wear glitter on my face and love to talk to fairies, and other people roll their R's when they say chakras.
Chakra.
I think we're good.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording.
That doesn't make any fucking sense!